Hey everybody, Ranger Nick back with you again this month. Good to see you. And I'm joined this month by my buddy Berkeley Boone. Berkeley is a wildlife interpretive specialist with the Georgia Department of Natural Resources. And you know, we've been talking for several months about going out in the woods, flipping over logs, looking for wildlife. And Berkeley, as springtime comes and the reptiles and things start coming out of hibernation, reptiles, insects, we've got to start to be worried, I think, about some things that are coming back out that could do us harm.
Sure.
And so I'm hoping that today we're going to spend some time together looking around out in the woods, see if we can find some things that the folks at home should be worried about. And I hope that we survive all of this today, right?
Exactly. I think we'll be just fine.
I hope so.
Yeah, we'll go out.
Berkeley's an expert on venomous snakes. He's an expert on reptiles. We're going to go out looking for things today and see what we can find. So I think it's going to be a good one. Well, we're out here in the woods, Berkeley and I, and we've come to a place that Berkeley has told me is a tin site. You'll notice on the ground a bunch of pieces of tin that have been put out to encourage snakes and other reptiles to go under them during the evening and during the past couple days. Berkeley and I are going to walk around and lift a couple of these up and hopefully find something today. I want you to notice something that Berkeley's got, though. Check it out. Berkeley has got a professional snake stick. And this is not something that we're about to do that we encourage folks to do. It's wonderful, as we've shared in our last few segments, go out in the woods and look for things. But the whole point of our monthly segment this month is to proceed with caution, to be careful. Wildlife aren't out there to get us, but we do have to know certain things. So Berkeley, we can just kind of walk around and lift some stuff up. Notice what Berkeley's going to do here, being safe with that stick.
All right. Yeah, basically what I'm doing is I am pinning down. There's a little cricket right there. That's good. Snake food there. I'm kind of pinching down the close end of the board with my toe, and then I'm lifting the board toward me so that I'm basically creating an escape route for anything that may be under there. If it doesn't want to deal with me, it can go that way instead of closer to me.
Excellent.
Coming toward my feet there. So nothing under that board.
Creating a barrier right there for safety. That's great. Just
Exactly.
Excellent.
Exactly. Here. And the other thing with these pieces of tin is you never want to use your fingers to lift them up with, because there could be a venomous snake under one of them, and you don't want to provide that opportunity to get close enough to get bitten.
Absolutely. That makes great sense to me. Yeah. I tell you, I'm already shaking out here just in anticipation of what we might see.
Oh, yep.
Ooh, look at this. Look at this.
There's a copperhead right there.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's a very common venomous snake here in Georgia. And that is just a beautiful, beautiful individual. Let's see if I can pull her out here a little bit closer for us.
Notice again, Berkeley using that hook. Of course, not trying to touch this thing. Amazing. Look at this. Beautiful.
Yeah, and just like her name says, she has that wonderful copper-colored head, and she is a venomous species. And that head shape is actually going to be indicative that she is a venomous species. You can see it's kind of diamond-shaped or arrow-shaped there. She's got those swellings right behind the jawline. She also has these very distinctive Hershey's Kiss-shaped or hourglass-shaped patterns that go down her back. They don't always have to be this color. This is a very light-colored example, but I've also seen some that are very rich brown or chestnut-colored. And just individual variation.
Wow. Now, for our viewers who might be out on the Midwest or the West Coast, Berkeley, would they be likely to see something like this west of the Mississippi River? Where could we find this?
Well, yeah, copperheads are found kind of throughout the eastern part of the U.S. Okay. There are some that live in Texas and in the Midwest, different subspecies. Okay. But they could find copperheads. They don't live all the way out west, though, into the desert areas out California and all that.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Excellent. I mean, and it's a cool day today, and it seems like is acting very, very slow. Of course, with being a cold-blooded animal, cold outside today, being very lethargic like that. So I guess for us, that's a good thing.
Oh,
we don't have to step back too fast on things. Yeah. So interesting. Let's keep looking around for some other things. Sure. This is wild.
Sure.
Great. We've moved locations. We're actually in a fairly residential area out in kind of an old home site. We're going to walk around out here and continue looking. Berkeley's got his snake stick. Again, safety first. Let's kind of take a look, Berkeley, and walk up here and see what we can find. And notice the way we're walking, too. Very cautiously, not making a whole lot of noise. Berkeley. right over here.
Nice, nice, nice.
Look at this. Now I'm going to step back a little bit. What do we got here?
Yeah,
What is this?
That's a canebrake rattlesnake or a timber rattlesnake.
Okay.
Some folks know him as. This is a pretty good sized example. He's about 4 feet long. Let me see if I can get him a little closer.
Amazing. Berkeley, this is another one of the venomous snakes that we've got right here in the southeast that we can find. Look at that. Look at the tongue sensing the air there, looking. We're right around an old abandoned home site looking at this guy. Why would he be in a place like this, Berkeley?
Well, this is a great spot for snakes in general, not just the rattlesnakes, but snakes in general, because of all the rocks and the bricks piled up here, the downed logs. This is great habitat for them to hide in, as well to spend the winter in. But it's also an attractant for rodents, squirrels and rats and things like that. They're prey. So multiple reasons for them to be here.
It's amazing. And we talked about the copperhead, and you told us about the shape of the head on the copperhead, the triangular shaped head implying a venomous snake. Are there other ways to determine a venomous snake? Looking at this guy now, aside from the rattle, I guess, right? We hear that.
The rattle's a dead giveaway, pardon the pun. But the eyes are another way to tell. And this guy, it may be difficult to see the angle that he's at now. Let's see if I can turn his head a little bit. But he's got kind of elliptically shaped pupils. They go up and down like a cat, rather than round like a person's eyes.
Okay.
So that's going to be another giveaway for a venomous snake.
Amazing. So we've got the shape of the head, we've got the shape of the eyes. Obviously, this guy, a rattle, canebrake or timber rattlesnake, right out here in a residential area. Something to be cautious of. Again, you're following along with the Ranger Nick stuff, looking under logs, out in the woods looking for nature. Just to be aware of, these things are in the same habitats where we live. So amazing to find that. That's cool. Berkeley's got a now non-venomous snake, of course, with him holding it with his bare hands. This is an albino corn snake, a snow corn snake specifically. These corn snakes are found in the southeast, but a corn snake like this would never survive because without camouflage. Berkeley has mentioned a couple things today about how to identify a venomous snake, and I don't know if you noticed, but he used that word venomous. He didn't call it a poisonous snake. There aren't any poisonous snakes. There are only venomous snakes. Venom is injected with their fangs, and poison is ingested. You'd have to eat something to get poison. So this is a non-venomous snake. And Berkeley, you shared two things. You said that for us to look at the shape of the head, triangular for venomous, oval for non-venomous, and then the shape of the eyes, a cat's eye, vertical slit for venomous, and oval or circular for non-venomous. So we've talked about venomous snakes. I want to show you a venomous insect. This is one that when you're out flipping logs and looking around on the forest floor, this is a cow killer ant or a velvet ant. It's actually not true ant at all. It's a kind of wasp. You're looking at the stinger on the back of this lady. This is a female, and this can inject an incredible amount of pain, of course, with venom. I want you to be aware of this. It's a beautiful insect, very light in bright red color and velvet, and a child may want to pick something like this up to see it. I want you to be careful. I want you to know about these guys out there and appreciate them, but appreciate them from a distance. Well, this was a blast. Berkeley, thank you so much for spending time with us today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've learned something about venomous and non-venomous snakes out there and what to look for. I don't know about you, I'm hooked for sure in terms of looking for wildlife. I love it. Berkeley, thanks again. Folks, keep the emails coming to me. I love it at rangernickuga@gmail.com, and I love hearing from those. Got some emails recently from the folks in the Northeast, Pennsylvania and Ohio. Thanks so much for watching. For the Farm Monitor, I'm Ranger Nick with Berkeley Boone. Appreciate y'all watching. Can't wait to see you again next month. See ya.